So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We're back again with a look ahead to the Palace game on Monday night. Today, we have sat and watched and enjoyed so many goals, so many games. Ollie's in the mud again. Man United fans are in meltdown. And Chelsea, that game was mad. I can't lie. The Brentford team were on it. Yeah, their goalkeeper for Chelsea, Mendy, unbelievable saves. How Chelsea got out of there with a win was crazy. But I'm strolling on. Liverpool 5-0, comfortable. Man City, comfortable. But we have an opportunity on Monday to go from currently 13th, as it stands right now, all the way up to 7th, depending on other results tomorrow with West Ham and Tottenham. And then after that, we got Villa on Friday and could potentially be sat in the top 4, I think. So big couple of games coming up. If you want Champions League football next season, then you need to win the next 2, really, don't they? So yeah, kind of mad. But before we get into that, make sure you are subscribed. Thank you very much to everyone who is. And make sure you are sticking a thumbs up on this video. Don't forget, on Monday, I will be doing a watch along as normal. I'll be doing the show with rants as normal on Monday as well. And then I'll be dropping fan cams and player ratings. It's going to be a late night for me because it don't kick off till 9 o'clock my time. So yes, the work doesn't stop. Tomorrow, I will be dropping a preview. This is just kind of a little look ahead to it, really. And I will be on Grizz Khan's channel. So make sure you go and subscribe to him. He's dropping a brand new show tomorrow with me, Saeed, and the guy's name I've forgotten. The Man City fan. Apologies. His name's gone. I can't remember. It was on the tip of my tongue. I'll probably think of it in about 3 minutes' time. So yeah, big up to all of them. I'm going to be doing that on Sunday evening at, I think, 9 o'clock. But yes, Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira, currently sitting in 14th in the table, and we're currently sitting in 13th. They're 3 points behind us. They've got a -5 goal difference. They've got a -3 goal difference. We've got a -5. They've actually scored more goals than us, which is kind of mad. They've lost 1 game less, but they have only won 1 game this season. So, so yeah, the 1 game they've won was quite a while ago as well, quite a while back when they beat Tottenham 3-0, and their new striker Edson Odeward bagged 2 as soon as he come off the bench. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him because he's a good player. He's somebody that I wanted at Arsenal, somebody that I think is going to smash it in the Premier League, considering the club that he's at. I expect him to probably bag 12 to 15 this season. If he can do any better than that, he'll probably get a move somewhere else. But listen, Patrick Vieira's got a good team down there. The results haven't quite shown it yet, but they do have decent players all over the park. Obviously, another one, Wilfried Zaha. And, you know, somebody that always kind of troubles us. Olise is another one. He's a good player. And then I think Eze is back in training. I haven't double-checked that, but I do think he is back in training. I think he started training this week. Whether he makes it for that game or not remains to be seen. But listen, it's at the Emirates, and I expect to win. I probably shouldn't expect anything under this manager because he's clueless, and they'll probably pick a completely weird starting 11. He loves to chop and change starting 11s. Very rarely do we go with the same 11 from the previous game. I think it goes back. I think he's only done it once in the last 43 or 44 games. Obviously, Granit Xhaka's out injured. Players are coming back from international break as well. So it'd be interesting to see what lineup he picks. Just having a little look on Arsenal website while I'm doing this, and seeing if there is any kind of injury news. I know he did his press conference the other day, but we see there's training pictures. In fact, actually, Aubameyang looks happy. I'm sure he does with 375 grand in his bank this week. Smith Rowe's there. Thomas Partey, Lacazette, Rob Holding, Tavares, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Martinelli, Cedric. Yeah, everyone's pretty much there by the looks of it. So, yeah, Jack Wilshere's in training. Maybe we should get him on the pitch. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what starting 11 he picks. And listen, Crystal Palace are a very athletic team. They're a team that I expect to come to the Emirates, not totally go gung-ho against us, but at least have a go. And we've lost a couple of times to this lot. We've dropped points to this lot quite a few times over recent years, which has ultimately ended up costing us finishing in Champions League places some years. So it's not going to be an easy game, regardless of them only winning 1 game this season. And as we've seen already in the Premier League, today alone, you know, who would have thought Leicester would have gone and slapped Man United 4-2? It could have been 7-2. It was mad. and then we've seen Man City just coasting. We know that Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea. So that Chelsea game, like I said at the beginning of the show, that Chelsea game was crazy. Brentford are a decent team, man. Yeah, and they're going to cause a lot of teams problems this season. So just because Palace have only won one game this season doesn't necessarily mean that we can't lose it. We love to be the team that break all sorts of weird and wonderful records that are records that you don't want. And this manager's done it quite a few times already in his career at Arsenal. So yeah, I'm going to expect a win, but I'll talk more in depth on my preview tomorrow. But yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts and feelings on this game. Obviously, you know, we've got a good opportunity after some of the teams in and around us dropped points today. Aston Villa, they dropped points. They were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. So they're near rivals. Southampton actually caught us. They won today. Leeds United, mate, they're doomed this season. And Bielsa ball is not going well for them, is it? But if we want to capitalise on some of these results and some of the teams above us that haven't played, obviously there's pressure on Tottenham tomorrow against Newcastle, Everton and West Ham. You know, if we can win and them two don't pick up maximum points, we could potentially be sat in 7th place, like I said. So we'd leapfrog Brentford, and then potentially with that Villa game on Friday, we could potentially be up there in the top 4. I'm just looking at the table, and Brighton are sat there in 4th above United. Brighton have lost 1 game this season, and they've managed to score 8 goals in 8 games. That's actually mad. They've actually scored 8 goals in 8 games. They've only conceded 5, and they're not quite missing Ben White, are they? So let's see whether we've done our homework on this game, and let's see whether we can actually get a resounding victory, because it's been a long time since we've strung, I think, 4 straight wins together in the league or whatever it be. I actually think it goes back to about last year or early January, December, January time. That ain't acceptable. And I don't think this manager's ever going to go on a run like Unai Emery went on, or Wenger went on a certain amount of times, 20 wins or 20 unbeaten. Unai Emery did 22. I know Wenger went unbeaten the whole season, but more recent times, I think he did go 20 in all comps unbeaten with Mustafi and Koscielny at centre-back. So it's going to be interesting to see what starting 11 we pick number 1, what formation we play, and what Palace do, because Wilfried Zaha has always given us a hard time. He's going to be up against Tomiyasu, and Tomiyasu had a hard time in his last game. So let's see if we can get the Tomiyasu back of the first 3 games that he played, and not the one that was getting the run around by Cucurella for Brighton, because if we get that one, then we'll probably end up losing with Zaha down that side. So very interesting. Obviously, Benteke as well. The amount of times he's broken his duck against us and scored winners against us with various different teams over the years. So we're going to have to keep him quiet. Ben White needs to be on it. Him and Gabriel have done all right together, but I'm not convinced with Ben White one bit. So it's going to be a tough task. I think they probably will go with Benteke, and I think they'll bring Odson Edouard off the bench in the second half. So they're going to try and get the ball up to him, keep it, hold it, spin it around the corners to their wingers, and try and get crosses in the box for Benteke, and we have to be on it. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts and feelings are on that. Like I said, team news, I think it's only Granit Xhaka that is injured. Other than that, I think everyone else is cool, if I'm honest. So yeah, we shall see. But it is the Vieira game. The legend, one of the greatest midfielders in living history, is coming back to the ground. And hopefully, Ben White would have done his homework by then, because he can't give you the finer details, apparently. I'll give you what... let me give you the comments from Mikel Arteta on Vieira. He said he's a legend. I hope he gets the reception he deserves for what he did at the club, not only as a player, but also as he transmitted as a person. He was the captain of the club in the most successful era. And in the last many years, it has been great to have him back. Recognising him in the right manner, I think, is important. And I'm sure that will be the case. He then said, he's already had a couple of experiences as manager, and he knows the league really well. You can see the touch that he is trying to put on the team down at Palace and what he is trying to implement. Obviously, Patrick knows the league much better than probably most other managers in the league, and has the experience and experienced it himself as a player. And it's great that he has had the opportunity to do that. So yeah, there we go. Vieira back. Let's hope it ain't Vieira leaving with 3 points, eh? Although saying that, if we do lose, it'll probably be one game closer to this clown getting the sack. So on that bombshell, I'm going to wrap this up. All have a wonderful Saturday evening, whatever it is you're doing. And I'll be back again tomorrow evening with a proper preview, in depth. We'll have a look. We'll have a look at some of the stats. We'll have a look at some of the previous games and stuff like that. And we'll give the score predictions and all that. But listen, leave your thoughts on the game down below, and make sure